Welcome to Masterpiece Theatre at the Kennebunk High School. Tonight's presentation of Tartuffe will be beginning shortly. Please enjoy the music in the meantime.
Good evening, everyone, and Thank you for tuning in tonight. This is our first go around at a fully online audience, and we're really happy you could be here to experience it with us.
My name is Ellie Mason.
And I'm Erin McNeilly, and we are the co-directors of Tartuffe.
We would like to give a big thank you to the cast and crew of this show. Even though it was a short amount of time, the cast put their whole heart and soul into every single aspect of this entire production, and we just couldn't be prouder of them. We'd also like to give a big thank you to the crew. Without the crew, we wouldn't have been able to perfect the new lighting system, the sound system, and thanks to the crew, we got some beautiful new doors and some walls. So thank you.
Tartuffe was first put up by Moliere in 1664 for the higher class and aristocracy. As you can guess, the setting was originally in France and back in those days, so we've adapted it to a more modernized version. Tartuffe is a reflection of love, hypocrisy, and family.
We'd also like to give a thank you to the Dramatic Publishing Company for allowing us to use this script. We'd like to give a thank you to Restore for using some beautiful new furniture. And we'd like to give a thank you to our executive producer, Mr. St. Pierre, for making this show the best it could possibly be. And so, we give you Tartuffe.
There, my part finished. The others had theirs this morning, and I've had so little time. And look at it, look at the time. They're late. Today of all days. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're late. If you please, we'll start rehearsal at once.
But, Mr. Moliere,
Yes.
you can't expect us to play this evening. We only had a part this morning, and I just mine through.
That's right. You speak for all of us.
Save me from actors and actresses. Now listen, this new play is quite short. None of your plots are long. Surely we can run through this once and give a performance.
How can we? We don't know it.
We can't play what we don't know.
I'll have to have the lines in my hand and read from them.
I give us a master's grade to be out there.
What are you all grumbling about? What about me? Do you suppose it's an easy thing to write a play for an audience who's no one to be entertained? I wish to prove to them that you're all good actors. Now listen. Once you all know your lines, you just run through this once and improvise as we go along. The play starts with you three ladies and the poets.
Hold on. What's that show called? The one with the hypocrite.
Tartuffe.
Yeah, Tartuffe. It made a lot of people mad and very influential quarters.
Indeed, I know. But if I put a fool on stage and a fool in the audience thinks he's looking at himself, what can I do? Okay, let's just run through this once and then we can only do our best.
I'm so nervous that rehearsal or no rehearsal, I can't do it.
What's that?
Nor I. Nor I.
Nor I.
Nor I. Nor I.
Nor I.
But you can't do this to me. You can't.
Be quiet.
Ah! The audience is here.
Oh, what can I do? I'm ruined. Finished all over.
Mr. Moliere, I have an idea that could save us all. Let's play Tartuffe.
Tartuffe! Oh, bless you. We'll play Tartuffe and we'll act as we've never acted before.
Whoa! How can we do Tartuffe with these costumes?
I don't know. Let's improvise. Quickly, to your dressing rooms. Set the stage for Tartuffe.
Set the stage for Tartuffe. Okay. We're gonna need a couch, 2 chairs, side table, lamp, coat rack, you know. But guys, we needed some time today. Being the stage manager, I don't need Mr. Moliere any more mad at me. You guys might think he's mad at you, but wait until he talks to me after the show. I don't want to have to deal with that. So yeah, you. Put that stuff on her faster. And you, get off stage. We don't need to see you anymore. Can you go any faster? You're so slow. And looks like we're set up.
to stay here another minute.
But Mother, why are you leaving?
Because I'm displeased, immensely displeased.
Well, what about?
Everything. No one in this household has any regard for my wishes.
But Madame,
And I don't want to hear anything from you. You know, instead of being the maid, you might be the family lawyer.
Yes, but grandmother,
And as for you, you're a fool. The very first time I laid eyes on you in your cradle, I said that child is a fool.
But Granny!
Don't you granny me.
Mother, that's not fair.
And I don't want to hear from you either. You ought to be setting a good example for your stepchildren. Instead, you're extravagant and flirtatious.
Madame, if you'll allow me to remark.
I will not allow you to remark, Cleante. You know, I've always regarded you as one of the family, and being my daughter-in-law's brother, you are, but you're always telling others what they ought to do.
really, grandmother, the way you told us all, you may as well be Tartuffe.
Dear Tartuffe, if you must know I've lost patience with a lot of you, it's because of the way you treat him here. Dreadful. If only you knew it, that man is a saint.
Saint. I like that.
Him a saint! That's a good one. Really, Mother? Granny, how can you?
As near a saint any of us are ever likely to meet this side of heaven.
No, too much.
Don't shout at me.
I'm sorry, grandmother. I beg your pardon, but you don't have to live in this house anymore. It was only a very short while ago we first moved into the house. First he came here all day, every day. Now he's moved in and he orders us all around.
if we were to listen to him and believe him, we would think everything we did was wicked.
If he sees fault, as this girl puts it, he sees what is there. If only you could believe a little bit of the truth that's in him.
Well, I hate him. I hate the sight of him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him.
Damn!
I can tell you what's going to happen. I am a holy man are going to have the most unholy row.
When he first arrived here, his dirty toes were poking out against his shoes, and his old clothing was filthy and stinking. And now, the finest clothing, the best room, waited on hand and foot, and interfering from morning till night.
And you'll be better for it. The lot of you.
You may think he is a saint, Madame, but I think he is a disgusting old hypocrite.
What ignorance!
I also think he's jealous of Mrs.
Dorine!
Elmire, how can you allow it?
Madame, that's my sister you're talking about.
The people talk.
Yes, people do talk, but a gossip is a gossip and will always find room for gossiping, even if most of it has to be admitted. So the best thing that we can do is to go on with our lives and live them and be as full, happy, and useful as we can, and leave the talkers to talk.
Very fine, Mr. Laying down the law. But my son never did anything more far-seeing than to let this man of God into the bosom of his family. See, my car is ready for me.
It looks like she'll have to get into that limousine without my assistance.
Mr. Cleante, the boss is such a sensible gentleman. Shrewd as a monkey on the stock market, but kind and considerate of his family. Ever since he's brought in this Tartuffe home with him, he's gone clean out of his mind. Calls him brother and pays more attention to him than he does his own family, his own wife. I swear, the boss is a fool over this Tartuffe.
A final lecture from the steps. You're lucky to have missed it. As her car was pulling out, we saw my husband's car pulling in.
Orgon? Oh, then I'll wait.
Will you tell him, Dorine? I'm in my room.
And Cleante, you had best be knowing about my sister's marriage to Valere.
What? But I thought it was all arranged.
It was already. Now he wants to about putting it off. We can't help but suspect that Tartuffe is involved in this business too.
Tartuffe again? You can't mean it!
Only if he find out. Marianne was married, she was hurt. Both their hearts.
Ah, Cleo. I have been surprised, but just a moment. Dorine,
Yes, sir?
Which one's messed
what's
up?
been happening? How are they?
Well, recently the missus was feverish from morning till night,
And Tartuffe?
getting redder and fatter every day.
Poor man.
I'll go tell the missus how overwhelmed you are at her recovery.
You know, I don't like that girl Maggie. She used to be such a sensible girl. She's changed.
She was being very pertinent.
Impertinent? So she was, but why really idea?
Forgive me, Orgon. Hasn't she at least some excuse
Excuse? Explain yourself.
about this Tartuffe?
Continue, if you please.
You took him for what? You brought him into your home, but to neglect not only your dearest friend, but your own family.
Enough! I'm sorry, but I do not wish to hear any more. You do not know the man of whom you speak, and if you did, as I know him, you would not be speaking of him as you are.
But I would.
You would. Oh, Tartuffe. Yes, I am a changed man since I met him. He has shown me how without value are our dear possessions, and now I can even see my mother, wife, and children die and not care of that.
Indeed?
Very gently, he has told me of all of my wife's and mine. He's 1,000 times more jealous of her than I am.
What arrogance!
Oh, no.
I'm sorry I've angered you, Orgon. Oh, one last word about Tartuffe. Your very devout man is to be respected, but I know of nothing more terrible than a man who uses, for his own ends, the things we hold most sacred. Oh yes, Orgon, when they stab a consecrated blade.
You said your final word, dear brother.
I have.
Thank you, pardon me.
Wait, Orgon.
Yes?
You were sure to hear about my niece's marriage to Valere. There to ask me about my opinion. What do you intend?
The will of heaven.
What is the will of heaven?
Heaven only knows.
What am I supposed to tell Valere?
My dear.
Father.
My dear,
Yes, Father? What is it, Father? Something is the matter.
Not exactly. Now, my dear.
Now, Father?
My dear, you have always been my favorite.
Thank you, Father. I'm sure I'm glad to hear you say that.
I hope you are going to be ready to do as I ask.
But of course.
That's well said. Very well said. What do you think of our guest?
Our guest?
Well, my dear, we've only one guest in the house. I'm speaking of Tartuffe.
Yes, Father.
Well, what do you think of him? Sensible. Very sensible indeed. Say that he's a man you respect and admire, and that you love him, and that it would make you very happy if I were to choose him to.
You want me to say that I love Tartuffe and would want him to be my husband?
Exactly.
Father, why did you wish me to tell such terrible lies?
Lies? I wish him to be the truth. I wish it. I admit that I agreed to your engagement to Valere, but you're just a child, and there's something very childlike about Tartuffe. You two would be so happy, like two little children.
But Father!
My dear, I warn you, I've already made up my mind. I intend to unite Tartuffe to my family. I know to look at it is no real duty, but I am your father. You should accept the man that I've chosen for you.
Nothing and nobody would ever make me marry that pig of a man.
You little eavesdropper, you beast, you hussy! I'm finished. I'm finished. She is going to marry him, and there's nothing either of you can say or do to stop
What can I do? Tell him that you married to please yourself, and not him. And if he's so in love with this Tartuffe, he can marry him himself. But Dorine, he could force me to do it. Listen, you do love Valere, or don't you? I do. I love her desperately.
And she loves you desperately?
I think so.
You think? You don't know.
Oh, yes, I do. I know she loves me desperately.
So, what are you going to do about this other one?
Kill myself. Splendid. Dorine, please.
You must make up your mind to it. You must be Tartuffe.
Marianne.
Here comes your lover. I've just heard a nice thing.
What?
You're going to marry Tartuffe.
Father's just told me.
And what are you going to do about it?
I don't know.
You don't know? That's frank anyways.
What can I do?
You ask me?
Yes.
Well, if you're going to stand there and ask me, I think you ought to marry Tartuffe.
Love, you tell me I ought to accept the husband my father has chosen for me? And I intend to do so, since that's what you think.
You never mind what I think.
If that's what you think.
You know what? Never mind that. And don't worry your head about me.
Why should I?
You know what? If you want me to go so bad, then I'll go.
I'm not stopping you.
You know you're driving me away. Everything like you want it. We'll never see each other again. I thought you said something.
I said nothing.
Oh, nothing?
Nothing.
Did you mean you said nothing or you didn't say anything?
I said I didn't say anything.
Oh, I see. I thought you said something.
No.
Well, then I'll go. Goodbye, Marianne.
Goodbye, Valere.
Oh, you couple of fools! Dorine! Dorine, let me go! If she wants me to go, then I'll go!
If she won't go, then I will.
Oh, no, you don't. You get back here.
Get your hands off me.
Listen, you two love each other, even more than you know. The only thing left to do now is to figure out how to stop the wedding. It's not going to be easy because your father has got all pissed off here about Tartuffe. But for now, you two shouldn't be seen together. Oh, Marianne, I love you! And I love you! Au revoir. Oh, for pity's sake. I've never seen such fools in my life.
I'll break every bone in his wretched little body. That's what I'm gonna do. You wait for it, I'll hear something.
What good is that going to do?
It isn't gonna do anything, I can tell you that.
Be quiet and listen to the plan. Your stepmother has called down Tartuffe to see about this.
Ah!
She is going to see what he really feels about it himself.
I'll kill him! I'll kill him! I'll kill him.
Can I do something for you?
I have a message for you.
A message? Yes, but one moment, my dear. Put this glove on.
But why?
Clothe yourself, my girl. Clothe yourself. Cover that nakedness. Temptation of the flesh.
You really don't take much to be soft, do you?
Many unfortunate souls await me.
From the missus.
From a dame? What message?
She's coming down here and requires a few moments private conversation.
Indeed, most willingly.
What about those wretched souls?
This is a deep pleasure. Well, pleasure and honor.
Tartuffe.
May heaven enrich your life out of this infinite store of goodness.
Thank you. I'm much obliged to you. Let's sit, shall we, and get a little more comfortable.
Have you completely recovered from your recent indisposition?
Oh, yes, quite completely. It passed quite miraculously.
Miraculously? Oh, of course. I know that any prayers of mine are more than call down such a miracle. but I have season and not recovery.
Oh, you mustn't feast your prayers on me.
Oh, that would be impossible. Impossible. I'd sacrifice my very health for yours.
Oh, Tartuffe, isn't that taking Christian charity a little too far?
Oh, we deserve so much more. So much more. So much.
I wanted to talk alone.
Another one of my constant prayers was to find myself alone with you.
Well, today must be a good day for prayers. Now, Tartuffe, I want to make sure that you answer the question I'm going to ask you without concealing anything from me.
Madame, I will conceal nothing. I lay bare my very soul to you.
Oh, hardly that. I just want you to tell the truth.
But before we start, can I ask you one thing?
Anything you wish.
Any disagreements that I have had about your behavior were out of malice, but out of pure devotion.
I know how concerned you are on my behalf.
Concerned? Dear lady, so much more than concerned. Zealous. Passionately zealous.
Tartuffe, my hand, you're hurting my hand. Tartuffe, your hand.
Soft and lovely. Soft and lovely.
I beg your pardon.
The material of her text.
Oh, yes, the material.
Can you imagine anything more perfect? What's craftsmanship? What's skill?
Tartuffe, please, be sensitive.
Oh, of course, of course.
I mean ticklish. And anyways, I brought you here because I wanted to ask you a question. As you know, Marianne is set to be engaged to Valere. My husband approved it and a date was set. But now I'm being told you are to marry Marianne. Is this true?
Well, he did just mention it.
And when he mentioned it, what were your feelings?
All my dreams, my hopes, my belongings, were directed elsewhere.
Oh, I know.
You know?
They're directed heavenwards.
That is true enough. True enough. But I have human feelings.
You've made it very clear that your concern is for spiritual things, not human feelings.
My dear, I have prayed. I have fasted. I thought of you as a stumbling block to salvation. But then, on my hands and knees, I knew that this love was not evil, but good. Oh, I know what presumption is to speak to you like this. Presumption, presumption, presumption. But, dear lady, you can raise me to the heights or cast me to the depths. I am at your mercy.
Well, Tartuffe, you ought to have kept that heart of yours a little more guarded. Really, a man with your reputation for piety.
But why are you surprised? Why? I'm a man of flesh and blood as well. And consider this, your reputation will be safe in mine.
And how is that?
Because my reputation will protect us.
So, and aren't you afraid that I might tell my husband, and when I tell my husband that friendship of yours might be a little shaken?
I have thought of this, but I know that you're true understanding. And if you have to forgive me, you will.
You're right, Tartuffe. I will forgive you on one condition, that you refuse any proposal to marry Marianne.
No. We're not going to keep this to yourself. This is going to be shouted from house. This is the end of Tartuffe. And here's Father. Father,
Yes, my son?
I have something to tell you.
Yes, my son?
Something about Tartuffe.
You?
Yes.
Be very, very careful. You can make me very angry when you speak of my dear friend Tartuffe.
Just now, a few minutes ago, I heard Tartuffe.
Camille!
I heard Tartuffe talking about it.
Yes?
I heard him tell her that he loved her.
Oh, well, Tartuffe loves all.
And how beautiful she was, how soft and lovely.
Yes, what me said is true, but I didn't think to tell you or anyone about it. It was ridiculous. I didn't need to worry you.
Is this true? Yes, brother, it is true. Because I'm a miserable, wicked, guilty sinner. You nothing else to say. Brother, you know me very little if you think that. But if you believe your son's imaginings, then yes, I am a sinner. As we all are sinners, driving like a criminal from your home. What have you got to say to that?
Me? Father, I'm like told you rightly. Him, it is work against ours to believe him before your own flesh and blood.
Damis told you that I spoke your off as, forgive me, I can hardly say the words. Soft and lovely. I did use those words. You did? About the material of her dress. Oh, did you hear that?
Father, you're not going to believe that monster.
Silence! No. I will deny nothing. Oh, brother.
Father.
My boy, I was praying for you. Oh, this is too much. Brother, dear brother, tell me, have you no shame?
It's the truth I told you. The truth.
Son or no son, another word and I'll break every bone in your body. No, much better that I should suffer.
Oh, you hypocrite. Oh,
Tell me, how dare you?
Father, how can you?
Such strife between father and son and a mouth cat. Forgive him, brother. Did you hear that? I can see it all now. You're all against me. Very well. Marianne's marriage will be speeded up and take place as soon as possible. Tonight!
You don't need.
I'll show you who's boss around here. The remote. Brother. No, don't stop me. Now, get off of my screen. Get off of my screen. And don't show off on it again. You disinherit. Brother, not real. Put all this out of your mind. Brother. Oh no, you can't. You must. It's despite my great desire to go. Is it my duty to remain? Yes. Very well. Oh, the sacrifices you demand me. Oh, there isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. What do you have to do to prove it? Nothing. As things are, there's nothing you can do. As things are, but things can change. I got it. I will make you my legal heir. Not only shall you have all of my trust, but all of my possessions. I will make you my legal heir. That is too much. The sacrifices you demanded me. Oh, how selfish am I. You humble me. Very well then. If heaven wills it. Oh, but it does. It does. Now, brother, come with me. Ah, my dear wife and daughter, together, splendid. My dear, think I have something that might interest you? The marriage license for tonight.
Oh, Father, have mercy. If I can't marry the woman I love, don't force me to marry the man I hate.
Oh, if I'm not careful, I shall be weak.
Rather than marry Tartuffe, I'll go into a convent and live out the rest of my life.
Wait, but heaven, give me strength. Oh, that's better. My dear, get up.
Dear, may I say something?
But of course.
That Tartuffe has laid a spell on you. How can you refuse to believe your own family?
Indeed, no. I see how you all hate him, and I see how you all believe those lies that Damis spewed out.
What lies? What lies? What lies?
That Tartuffe was improper with you. If it were true, you would have been much more disturbed.
Why? Why should I give it any importance? Good heavens, if a woman wants to preserve her reputation, she can do so without calling upon heaven.
Words, 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 words.
Very well then. I want to make you see that I was telling the truth.
See?
Yes.
Impossible.
Well, I see you believe that your Tartuffe is exactly who he says he is.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Then you shall have no issue with me proving you wrong.
Why should I have?
You mean that?
I do.
Run along and get Tartuffe. He's as crafty as a carpet of monkeys. Tell him I meet him in this room right this minute, right now. And dear, if you could leave us alone. Now, husband, first, get behind the you take care of this. Now, make sure you can neither be seen nor heard. Do I have your promise?
My solemn word.
I hear him coming. I have your word.
You wish to see me?
Oh, Tartuffe, how foolish I was. I should have denied my husband everything. And yet here we are now, together, alone, no one else around. I speak to you not with my conscience, but with my heart. Have you nothing to say?
Listen.
Haven't I said enough? Has the great lover lost his tongue?
My dear, I beg your pardon. I'm just taken by surprise.
And that surprises me that a man such as you should know so little of women. And yet, when our feelings become too strong, ice or fire.
Oh, yes, yes, love is demanding. But is this recent change persuading me against the marriage to Marianne?
What? Oh, I claim fair not only my heart, but willingness.
Dear, all I hear are words. Words, words, words!
Man who's not satisfied by words shall have action.
Can I believe my ears?
Well, who else would I say it to? My husband?
You laugh, you're happy. Oh, the loveliness of you. I'm filled with an ecstasy beyond anything I've ever known.
Oh, if you knew how long I waited for you to say those words.
Oh, God.
Oh, Tartuffe, I do have one doubt.
Doubt?
Not of myself or of you.
Of your husband?
No. Not of him.
Of what then? In heaven's name?
You speak so much of heaven. You can't let us forget it. And yet, in heaven's eyes for sinners, shall we be punished?
If heaven's all that stands between you and I can deal with that. Oh, glory be! Don't worry, my dear. I shall initiate you. That's a nasty cough.
Oh, it's really nothing.
A little cough medicine?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm afraid the cause of my cough cannot be soothed by medicine. It lies deeper and is very troublesome.
My dear, you can be certain that no one will ever know.
Well, then I lay bare my heart to you.
I swear that I will take all the blame.
Then I lay bare my heart to you.
Can I? Oh, absolutely.
You want action? I'll give you action.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
The thought of my husband comes to me, even now.
Don't you worry a little head about him. He's laid out the nose. He sees everything, believes nothing.
Where do you think he is now?
I know he's not in this room. I know.
Words, show me.
See? No one.
Want the next room?
Oh, that villain! That black-coated scoundrel!
Get back, you haven't seen anything yet.
There, no one. If anyone comes in, I'm having meditations. We two were born for this moment. So. Well. Let by the know, eh? Well, I think I've heard quite enough, and I believe every word of it. I never want to set my eyes on you again! Get out of my house! Orgon, I heard that you're under delusion. No, I'm under a delusion. I was behind the plant the whole time. Behind the plant the whole time. But you asked me to leave the house. I asked you. I'm not telling you to leave my house. Oh, I would like nothing more than that. Well, then we'll both be pleased. But to leave is not possible. Oh, not possible. I'll show you. Because the house is mine. Yours? The house is mine, Orgon. Really? Behind the plant? Such treachery. Such betrayal of friendship. I'll allow you and your precious wife to stay here for the time being. Never in my entire life have I been so disappointed in two people.
Behind the plant, really, Orgon?
Well, where else could I have gone? On the ceiling? You would have seen me. He's always casting his eyes upwards. I can't believe this.
Father, is this true when I grew up for you?
I don't know what you've heard, but it's true.
Don't give me another thought. I'll tell this. I should have done it before.
Damis, please remember we're living in a civilized age.
Now, what's all this? What's this I hear?
Oh, Mother, you've come just in time to hear how I've been treated. All this time, I treat him like a brother. I give him everything I've got to offer. I offer him my daughter. And all the time, he's after my wife.
No, you're just as bad as the rest of them.
But Mother, I tell you, I see it.
Hold your tongue. Real goodness is so rare.
No, I tell you, I see. I saw it with my own eyes. I go in there.
Do you really think that he has those rights?
Look what he's done already. What if he did? Oh, if he does? Leon, why shouldn't we just take him along to court? Sue him.
You know, that's honestly not a bad idea.
He's so unfair. Here I have a writ, just a writ, to have you and your family and all your belongings to be removed off my property without delay. Leave my house! The house is mine by certificate and deed. What's holy in turning a man and his family, his dear ones, out of his house? The house is not yours. Oh, I'd give all the money I have left in the world just to give you one square punch right in the nose!
I know how you look at my background.
That's right to me.
Black and blue.
Well,
Now do you see?
I am struck dumb.
Oh, my unexpected blessing.
All in order, I don't know what we can do.
where is that hag? That scoundrel!
Saint only is hypocrite. To abuse others, show how little you can prove for yourself, Orgon.
Can you not forget that this man took you from the gutter?
Higher duty calls, and I must sacrifice friends, the future wife, and even my self-respect.
But how come that higher duty never showed itself until you were caught with Elmire?
Good God. Officer, arrest these morons. Hey! Let go! Let go of me! Officer, what's going on? I demand an explanation! I'm so sorry. We have to subject you to this unpleasantness. But we have to know how far this man will go. And this time, he's gone too far. This isn't the first time he has done this. Many times, in many places, and under many names. Horseman is fine. He curves his tracks. But he's the one that intends state for forgery, fraud, and finesse of an avenue. And so much will do.
I knew he was a slimy scoundrel the first time I saw him.
My fingers itch to take you by your neck and beat you up.
Damis, it's okay. Justice will take its course.
I'll get you, Orgon!
Well, son, you should know better at your age. But then again, I've told you so 1,000 times.
You made me so mad. Oh dear, you really, really did. But I'm not going to scold you. A loving wife needs no excuse to love a fool, a baby, or a real ninny.
Well, what can I say? I give this wonderful young woman my daughter. Heaven's blessing upon you both. Good to you and yours. And me and mine.
Thank you for joining us this evening. Hopefully you will come back tomorrow night when we will have less technical difficulties than we had this evening. Please check on our stream again tomorrow evening, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting Kennebunk High School players.
Well, that's another show. I think we all did a pretty good job.